On 15th November, we celebrate the feast of Blessed Mary of the Passion, the founder of Franciscan Missionaries of Mary. Her life presents to us a woman, an intuition, and a missionary impulse. Helen Marie Philippine is born on 21st May in 1839 into a noble Christian family. During a retreat, she first experiences a call from God to a life of total consecration. She then enters the Poor Clares, inspired by the simplicity and poverty of St. Francis of Assisi. She has an experience of God later in her life, who invites her to offer herself as a victim for the Church and the Pope. Helen then seeks admission to the Society of Mary Reparatrice. Helen's investiture with the name Mary of the Passion takes place on 15th August in 1864. While still a novice, she is sent to the mission in India to the Apostolic Vicariate of Madurai. Mary of the Passion pronounces her temporary vows on 3rd May in the year 1866. She undertakes her task as the local superior of Tuticorin on 5th August in 1866. She is named the Superior Provincial of the Madurai Mission in the year 1867 on 9th July. On 15 January in 1871, she makes her perpetual profession and renews of her offering for the Church and the Pope. The period between 1873 and 1876 mark a period of trials and struggles in the life of Mary of the Passion. She, desiring true charity, suffers bitterly. Her faith is put to the test. She becomes more fragile. In the year 1874, on 10th December, a new house was founded in Ooty in the Vicariate of Coimbatore. In 1876 February, Mary of the Passion is asked unexpectedly to resign from her charge as the provincial. In 1876 June, Mary of the Passion and her sisters are in a dilemma. Either they must accept certain conditions against their conscience or leave the congregation of Mary Reparatrix. In 1876, on 22nd November, Mary of the Passion with 3 companions leaves for Rome to clarify the situation by personal contact. In 1877, on 6th January, Pius IX decides on the foundation of a new institute with the name Missionaries of Mary. In 1882, on 25th July, Father Raphael Delarbe, or FM, becomes the spiritual director of Mary of the Passion. In 1882, on 4th October, on the feast of St. Francis of Assisi, in the Church of Santa Maria, Mary of the Passion is received into the Third Order of St. Francis. Father Bernardine OFM, the Minister General then, with paternal solicitude, supports Mary of the Passion in all her trials. In 1883 March, due to the latent opposition, Mary of the Passion was deposed from her office of the Superior of the Institute. In 1884 July, after an inquiry, Pope Leo XIII fully acknowledges her innocence, and at the chapter, Mary of the Passion is re-elected as the Superior General. In 1885, on 12th August, the laudatory decree approves the dependence on the Minister General of the Friars Minor of the Institute of the Franciscan Missionaries of Mary. In 1896, on 11th May, the FMM Constitution is approved definitively. In 1896 December, Mary of the Passion is re-elected as the Superior General. In 1904 November, Mary of the Passion falls ill. She makes her last confession and receives her Holy Communion. On 15th November, in 1904, worn out by the fatigue of incessant journeys and daily labor, Mary of the Passion, after a brief illness, passes away peacefully in San Remo. She leaves behind then more than 2,000 religious and 86 houses scattered about the 4 continents. Her mortal remains repose in a private oratory of the General House of the Institute of the Franciscan Missionaries of Mary in Rome. In 1999, on 28 June, Pope John Paul II solemnly promulgates the decree on the heroicity of virtues of Mother Mary of the Passion. On 20th October 2002, Blessed Mary of the Passion is beatified. Today, the Franciscan Missionaries of Mary are at work in 73 countries on 5 continents. It is part of the Franciscan family. Women of different nations and cultures, seized by the love of Christ, consecrated for the service of the gospel, they desire through their whole life to manifest God's love for all, especially the poorest and the most abandoned.